up, everyone? We are gonna go through how to use the Voodoo band, floss band, whatever you want to call it these days. This is one of my single favorite mobility tools, especially for recovery. Muscles are a little bit sore from just going hard. This is gonna be a really great, short, quick, easy way to get you recovering. First things first, pro tip. I really like having something around it. This keeps it from unraveling in my bag, keeps it nice and neat. These are just a little electrical cord strap that you can find at any of those fun stores, Best Buy, Amazon, all of those have them. But just nice and easy, just wraps around, holds it in place so it doesn't unravel in your bag. Always hated when it was in my bag, went to look for it, unravel it. First thing that I gotta do, I gotta wrap this thing back up. So, quick little pro tip, use that. That is going to be very, very helpful. Now we get into the meat and potatoes. We are gonna go through how to actually use this guy. So, biggest mistake that I see is you don't wrap it tight enough. A lot of times people wrap it on their quads, wrap it on their wrists, they're hanging out, they're talking to people. You should not be doing that. If this is done correctly, it should be uncomfortable. The goal is that we are trying to get a flush. We are trying to wrap tight towards the heart so that we flush any of the stuff that's stuck in there. All of those waste products, we're gonna try and get them to push out. Then we're gonna get a refill whenever we let the band go. So, starting off, we're gonna use forearm, just easy. It's a little bit harder, it takes a little bit of technique. So, figure I might as well show you. You have two hands for your quads, calves, all of those, so they're a little bit easier. But we're gonna go through forearm. So, starting off, I like to have it so that it rolls along the body. It's a little bit harder if you have it where it's kind of pulling away. If you drop it, it kind of goes. So, first one, getting an anchor. There's two different ways. You can either kind of have a little wrap, use that hand to try and get it around, use it as an anchor, and then pull off of that. Other way you can do it, if you have a little bit longer, you can just hold it in your hand. By far, the easiest way to do it is just holding your hand and wrap. I've been doing this for a while, so I personally like to use all the band that I can, especially if I have to go up on my bicep a little bit. So I'm just gonna give a little wrap. I use my body as my second hand. If you're looking at shoulder's probably the toughest to do on your own. Forearm you can definitely do on your own, but you're kind of using your body as your second hand. So, nice little pull. Pull is going to be about 70% stretch. So I want to actually see that band deform whenever you pull it. We're going to lay it down, trap, pull again, all the way around. So what we're looking for about 50% overlap of the band. So you can kind of see where the band was before. So band, about half the band is where the other side is. And then we're gonna keep that going up all the way through. If it's not perfect, not exact, that is okay. Big thing is you just wanna make sure that there's no big gaps. You don't want this little piece of skin kind of poking through where you'll kind of see that where it's kind of bubbling up. Really wanna make sure everything's nice and uniform, everything's kind of stuck in there as you are going. So if we're just stopping at the elbow, easiest way to stop is we're just gonna do a loose wrap to where you can pull this up, shove it under. Super simple, super easy. From here, we're gonna leave this guy on for about 2 minutes or so, maybe about a minute, depending on what you can tolerate. But again, it should be uncomfortable. This doesn't feel great right now, but I've done it so much that I've built up my tolerance that it's not that big of an issue. But from here, we're gonna go through movement. Movement is the next key part of this, where we are getting an active release of that tissue. We are compressing all of those tissues underneath. Now we want that movement to kind of get those active releases of any of those spots that are kind of funky. If you're doing quads, little squats, little good morning, great way to loosen everything up. But really key is just go through some movements. If you want to just do a little bit of stretching for quads, calves, whatever it is, Just go through some of those movements. Really try and get everything loosened up, get everything moving the way that it should. From here, we're just gonna take it off. Thing that I found, the faster you take it off, the better it feels. You get that nice, real big blood rush, that big refill, where you just kind of feel everything going back in. You get that nice, good, tingle, healing blood flow back into the area. You should notice lines. You should notice that there's a little bit of discoloration. We've improved blood flow. Fantastic, that's what we're trying to do. But you should also notice those lines. Those lines are gonna be key to tell you if you've done it tight enough. If you don't see those lines for the next like 5 to 10 minutes, you probably didn't wrap it tight enough. Or you're really dehydrated. Either way, you should have those lines for a little while, okay? Try that out, see what you think. Definitely one of my favorite tools, but that is how you use the Voodoo Band effectively. Let me know what you think in the comments. Make sure that you subscribe to our YouTube channel for more mobility and fun tools like this.